He grew up poor, hungry, and alone, but he turned his pain into laughter that reached millions. Without saying a single word, he made people laugh, cry, and believe in hope again. This is the story of Charlie Chaplin, the man who showed that laughter can heal the world. Charles Spencer Chaplin was born in 1889 in London, England. His parents were both stage performers, but life was very hard. His father left when he was small, and his mother struggled to feed her children. When he was only 7, Charlie was sent to a workhouse for poor children. He often went to bed hungry, but he never stopped dreaming. He said later, "I was determined to do something great." Charlie loved performing even as a boy. He learned to sing and dance from his mother, and he joined small theater groups, performing wherever he could. At the age of 10, he started appearing on stage, and by his teens, he was touring across England as a comedian. He had a natural gift for making people laugh, not with words, but with his face and movements. People could see the joy and sadness in his eyes at the same time. In 1910, Charlie Chaplin traveled to America with a theater group. There, he discovered the new world of silent movies. His talent for physical comedy was perfect for the big screen. Soon, he was offered a job in Hollywood. And in 1914, he appeared in his first film, Making a Living. But it was his next idea that made history. Charlie created a new character, the Tramp, a poor, kind man with a small hat, a tight coat, oversized shoes, and a little mustache. The Tramp was funny, gentle, and full of heart. He struggled, but he never gave up. People all over the world loved him because they saw themselves in him. By the 1920s, Charlie Chaplin was one of the most famous people on earth. He didn't just act, he wrote, directed, and even composed music for his films. His movies were funny, but they also showed real human emotions: love, poverty, courage, and kindness. Films like The Kid, City Lights, and Modern Times made audiences laugh and cry at the same time. In City Lights, his character falls in love with a blind girl and works hard to help her. In Modern Times, he struggles to survive in a world controlled by machines. Chaplin's comedy had a soul. Then came one of his greatest works, The Great Dictator, 1940. It was his first movie with sound, and it boldly criticized war and hate. In the final scene, Chaplin spoke directly to the audience, saying, "We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that." It was one of the most powerful speeches ever made in film. But his life wasn't always easy. In America, he was accused of having political ties during a time of fear and suspicion. He was forced to leave the country he helped entertain for decades. Charlie moved to Switzerland with his family, where he lived a quieter life. Even in old age, he continued to write, make music, and dream. In 1972, he returned to the United States for the first time in 20 years to receive an honorary Oscar for his lifetime of work. When he stepped on stage, the audience stood and clapped for 12 minutes, the longest standing ovation in Oscar history. Tears filled his eyes. He said, "Words are so futile. I can only say thank you." Charlie Chaplin passed away peacefully in 1977 on Christmas Day at the age of 88, but his legacy lives on. He proved that laughter is a universal language and that even in silence, you can speak to the heart. He once said, "To truly laugh, you must be able to take your pain and play with it." Charlie did exactly that. From a hungry boy in London's streets to one of the greatest artists in history, Charlie Chaplin showed the world that kindness, humor, and hope never go out of style. Thank you for listening. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more simple stories about people who changed the world.